when you got Sir Yessen and Paul, both of them as sophomores, this Hawks team is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Tied at 4, 17:04 to go. Montague has lost his dribble, goes cross court. Joyce stops, pops a three, no good. Backside rebound, Evans. Hawks quickly bust into the front court. Evans right down in the lane, a collision with Day. There's no call. They both end up on the ground, and it's a Penmen rebound to the miss. Semino thought about a three. Instead gives it back to Day. Comes back to Semino on the right side. Hawks, this is a 2-3 zone.
It's just really wide man, I think.
Semino into the lane, back out. Day with 10.
Switching.
Joyce with 9, drives into the lane.
Yeah, they got to get somebody at the high post to attack that. They're playing right into the hands of whatever that is. It's sort of spread wide. It might be a zone, quite frankly. You might be right. I think it's a 2-3. It's like a 3-2.
And a jumper in and out. Went anything everywhere but down for Chris Paul. So we stay tied at 4, about 4 minutes into the first meeting of the year in the Queen City rivalry. Penmen 4, Hawks 4.
Low scoring tilt thus far. These teams figured this game would get into the 80s, 90s.
Long way to go, partner. Day bounce pass to Joyce.
You don't think it's going to be 20-20 at the break?
5 on the clock. Joyce in trouble, forces it up. It went in. And a foul.
Boy, I'll say this. Good shot by Joyce. But, man, they got to get a little bit more motion on offense to the Penmen. There's a lot of standing around right now.
And we'll shoot the free throw when we come back. 15:45 to go first half. SNHU 6, St. Anselm 4. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, the center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
This year is going to be different.
I will break the mold.
This year, I will go back to school.
Work in a field I'm passionate about.
And get the promotion I deserve.
This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Great crowd here tonight in the SNHU Fieldhouse. They gave the best seats in the house tonight to one of our own. Steve Boucher handles communications for the university.
Right? Yeah.
Celebrating his birthday. Eamon Joyce going to the line. Penmen leads 6-4 at 15:45. Penmen 3 of 7 shooting. Hawks 2 of 6. Joyce free throw good, and SNHU leads 7-4, and Eamon Joyce has 5.
Good start for Joyce and good start for the Penmen. Now, the Hawks have gotten some good looks. They've just rattled out. So you're living a little bit dangerously. That being said, the women's game, Penmen slow start, men's game, little advantage early on. That bodes well.
Ball in the corner, guarded by Russo. They come back up to Gears, who's still guarded by Semino. Bounce pass inside. Evans kicks it back out, and the shot put up no good for Chris Paul, and a Penmen rebound.
Paul's just 1 of 3 from the field, but both of his misses have spun right out.
Montague, a little out of control, takes it all the way to the hole, off balance, missed the shot. Hawks come right back the other way, and they can run with anybody.
Interesting, they have Russo guarding Ball, and he's a lethal three-point shooter, among the nation's leaders last year. Ooh.
Evans in on the drive, and it may have been blocked.
Montague, I think, erased that defense there by the junior.
Day comes the other way. Penmen up 7-4. Day a little fall away, no good. Gears with a rebound for the Hawks.
Tough shot. I know he's got a quickness match up there on the switch against Sir Yessen.
Gears all the way to the hole, and it's in and out. Rebound, Paul, and he'll put it back in with the right hand.
He's really active on the offensive glass as the sophomore Chris Paul. He's a special athlete. He and Montague is really one of the more fun matchups in terms of athletic ability we'll see in the Northeast 10 this year, but you've got to find a way to get a body on him.
Other way, Penmen drive in underneath. Montague with a miss, and then there'll be a tie-up in the rebounding action. And, well, they're pointing Hawks way. The arrow, oh, yeah, it is to the Hawks.
Yeah, and Montague not bad. I think he thought he was going to get fouled there on that action, and no whistle came, and then did a good job to go up and get his miss and earn the tie-up situation.
The other way is Paul. 7-6 lead for the Penmen. Hawks can take the lead as Gears passed up the shot and threw the pass out of the corner into the hands of Charlie Russo. Penmen have it back. Day for Russo goes by Gears to the hole. No. And a rebound pulled down by Montague and went all the way to the floor and lost the ball. And now the other way, a give and go. And Evans finds Gears on his way to the hoop. Perfect pass and finish.
Yeah, and Evans is an interesting add to this team. He's a transfer from the University of Maine. Actually started about half his games during his first 2 years up there, so it's not like a guy that was buried at the end of the bench. He played big minutes for the Black Bears, and they think if they can get him integrated, he's going to be really good, and this is going to be pretty good.
Penmen with a steal. Chris Paul will finish with a dunk, and the Hawks now lead 10-7. Scored 6 in a row.
And Evans turning defense into offense. And when you see number 15 in that blue uniform get ahead, he is going to do some good things because he is a high riser.
Semino in transition, a three, no good.
Semino struggled mightily from beyond the arc this year. Good to see him make a couple over the weekend, but on the season, not shooting it well. Good defense, though.
Yeah, blocks Gears, and the Penmen have the ball back. Day to the free throw line. Back to Russo. Try to go inside, and it pinballs out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Penmen. We'll get both Remo Simenkevicius and Justin Lacey into the game here for Montague and Joyce.
Still look like they could be related, don't they?
Yeah.
First time I noticed that Lacey's been really good thus far as freshman campaign, young man from upstate New York. He has played better, I think, than most expected, and good to see him get an early opportunity here.
They don't sound the same. One from Melbourne, Australia.
No.
One from Catskill, New York. Here's Semino on a drive. Couldn't get it to finish. Went off the backboard and spun off the front of the rim. Hawk ball up three. Evans working against Day, a three-pointer, no good off the back iron. Rebound Simenkevicius.
My first look at Evans being his first year there at St. Anselm. Surprised how he's looking to score early on. He was taking a lot of shots. I think he's missed his first 4 opportunities, but a lot of shots early on. We haven't even seen an attempt from Ball, who's one of the better players on this team, which is surprising for me.
Hawks average 90.5. They have 8 minutes into the game. Semino tries again and knocks the three down out of the corner.
I like that Rio missed his first 3 but stuck with it. Sometimes his confidence can wane a little bit. You can see it out there on the court, but staying with it, staying confident, burying that corner 3.
And now the answer. Tim Gears, 3 right back for the Hawks, who now lead 13-10.
He is really good. He is just a very good basketball player. He's devastating off the bounce. You give him an inch, we saw what he can do right there.
He's passed Chris Tardio to move into 8th place all time on the Hawk list. Here's Lacey. Goes back over to Semino. He's working against Ball in this set. Lacey, spin move into the lane, gives to Remo, and it's short, out of bounds, and it'll go to the Hawks. We'll take a timeout with 11:21 to go in the first half here at the Stan Spirou Fieldhouse. St. Anselm 13, Southern New Hampshire 10. And this is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing health care to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living. We work with and support numerous organizations in New Hampshire to build healthy communities. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, creating a healthier future for New Hampshire.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Thank you.
11:21 to go in the first half. St. Anselm 13, Southern New Hampshire 10.
Penmen just 4 of 15 from the field. Hawks not much better, 6 of 15, but Paul and Gears combining for 13, all 13, I should say, of the Hawks' points thus far.
Quentin Bullen will check into the game for the Penmen off the timeout. Bullen and Eamon Joyce also return, so Charlie Russo and Remo and Day to finish it up. Hawk ball.
Smaller
Hawks
lineup
gone
here.
to the bench yet?
No,
I don't think so.
No, we talked about they're not a deep team, but their first five is really good. So.
Ball, here's his 3 ball, no good. And a rebound for SNHU. Penmen down 3, 11 minutes to go first half. Andrews, spin move, back to Russo for the tie, and there it is.
Good action there by Day, and that speaks to his growth and development. That's the spot where in the past he might have gone up with it because it was not a bad opportunity for him to step through that defender. Instead kicks it for the extra, and Russo buries the triple.
Tied at 13.
It's a tough matchup for Quentin Bullen.
Gears free throw line, good.
And Bullen did nothing wrong. He did a good job actually, and Gears just too good.
Tim averages 18.5. He already has 9. Day the other way. Gets into the lane and tried to finish with the left hand, but he had traveled.
That's a good call. Jack Perry's not happy with it. That's a good call. He took that sort of Euro step, and then he took one more.
First 2 off the bench for the Hawks are 22 and 23. Spencer Klein, a sophomore from Mason, Ohio. Miles Tension, freshman from Palo Alto, California. Sean Montague back in for the Penmen.
St. Thomas More Tension is from that, and that's a school which has been a factory for the Penmen, quite frankly, over the years.
Left side and good. Klein right off the bench. Takes the pass from Gears.
He's got kind of that European-style game. He's a big body, but he likes to play on the perimeter. But he's not a bad weapon. He's skilled. We've seen him play well at times during his freshman campaign last year.
Went to KUA in the Upper Valley of New Hampshire. Bullen the other way, no good. Fight for the rebound, won by the Hawks. They're up 4 with the ball. And they distribute down low, and Klein will get to the line, fouled, as the Hawks were on a break.
It's a good job by Paul finding Klein in transition.
First Penmen foul of the game. We have only 2 fouls, and we're halfway through the first half. Day called.
Yeah, they've let them play both ways, and I haven't had a problem with it. It's been a good watch. Both teams have not shot it at a particularly high clip as of yet, but it's been a good watch for the fans.
Klein no good with the first. Officials Al Liberdoni, Leon Graves, Daniel Christopher tonight. Klein misses the first free throw.
Yikes.
And misses the second. He'd been 6 out of 8.
Yeah, he did not look good in either of those. He missed both of them pretty badly.
Penmen come back down 4. Russo takes the pass from behind and badly misses a 3.
Contending got hit on the arm there, and I tend to agree with him. The fact he didn't hit the rim with that offering.
Here's Evans and scores over Joyce.
Nice move there by the junior transfer. That was pretty elite in terms of his ability to protect the ball and then finish at the rim with the right hand.
We'd been tied at 13, but now 6 in a row. St. Anselm leads 19-13. Russo, head fake out of the corner. Gears went up to try to block it. Russo got another chance at it, but missed. Gears comes back the other way, and we're going to get an elbow on Russo. I think Al Liberdoni looked up and saw only 2 fouls, huh? I'll blow a whistle there.
It's that
little ticky-tack.
Freedom of movement action there with the arm bar, and if you're going to cut out the letter of the law, it is a foul.
Rio Cimino back in for Quentin Bullen. So here's the inbounds play.
Early opportunity for Kevin Fernandez off the Penmen bench as well.
Evans goes right side for Klein. Bounce pass in for Gears. Fall away over Cimino. No good. Rebound Day. Joyce, Montague, Cimino, and Fernandez on the floor right now for the Penmen. And Day will get to the free throw line here.
Really good job of getting into the chest of the defender there. Tension just met on Day in transition, and Day just so quick off the bench, crosses over and gets right into his chest and earns a trip to the line. I think the only thing you worry about as a Hawks fan, you're obviously absurdly loaded. You're extremely talented this year. I think you worry a little bit potentially about people getting theirs. And we've seen that a little bit during this first half. Now, they have a 6-point lead, so you're right, they're not in bad shape. But you have seen some possessions where guys have isolated. We've seen it from Gears. We've seen it from Paul. If they share the ball, if they get that sort of balanced attack and they make the extra pass, they're going to be unbeatable.
Day 0 for 1, and now the second is good, so he hits one of the 2 free throws. 19-14, Penmen trail by 5, 8:37 to go in the first half. Going to be Paul. Goes in the right corner for Klein. Comes back up to Evans, stops for 3, no good.
And that's exactly the possession I'm talking about right there. I mean, Evans is now 6 field goal attempts in this first half, and they've been all okay shots, but they haven't been great shots.
Fernandez gave the ball to Day, who is going to be fouled down low by Danny Evans, who commits his second foul. Evans not happy with the call. They say that he was moving when he got into the path of Day underneath the basket.
Sort of that ticky-tack we saw at the other side with Russo, right? I mean, if you get it one side, you got to get the other.
21 is Joey Belli, freshman from Wayne, New Jersey. Belli, excuse me.
They like him. He is a lethal three-point shooter. He's played in every game this year for them. He scored over 1,000 points in high school. Not a big body as of yet, but a lot of faith in him coming to the bench early on here in this first half.
Joyce with a miss off the inbounds on a three-point try. Hawks with a rebound. Gears, outlet pass stolen. Here's Montague ahead of the field for the slam. 19-16, first bucket for Montague is a dunk.
That might get him going too. Sometimes the best thing for a guy like that, just a little transition opportunity.
The other way, how about that blow by the defense by Chris Paul, who lays it in.
High screen late on the weak side rotation there for the Penmen, and Paul's just too good when he gets going to the rim like that.
Andrews front court. Gears has got him. Joyce set the screen, and Day got it to the hole. No, but Joyce right there for the putback.
Good job by Joyce. He was the guy who set that back screen. Nobody put a body on him, and right place, right time there for Eamon for another 2.
Gears behind for Paul. Shoots over Montague, in and out.
And that's the possession I'm talking about right there. That's just, I mean, 16-foot jumper contested early in the shot clock. You can get that at any time.
Cimino on a drive. No, and mistimed the rebound, winds up in Klein's hands. The Hawks bring it up 3.
Rio's doing a lot of things well, but he's got to stop avoiding contact.
Gears for 3, good.
And that's right. I mean, he's good. He's really good. But that's that possession. He brought it over the timeline and he teed it up. It's a little bit. They got to share the ball more. I'll say that. That's if they want to have a chance to go really far. They're going to win 20, 25 games with doing this.
Joyce inside, right back for 2 for the Penmen. Now we're starting to get some points. On 24-20, 6.5 to go. Fernandez with a steal in the front court, coming with Montague. Fernandez all the way for 2, the freshman from Lawrence, Mass.
Fernandez is a guy who's worked his way up the ladder in terms of minutes in the depth chart. Good defense. He immediately turns it in offense. Nobody stopped the ball. Does exactly what he's supposed to do. Get all the way to the rim and finishes with the right hand.
Tension goes low to Gears. And here's Belli, back behind for Klein. Hawks in the half-court set, 6 minutes to go. Gears a 3 over Cimino, no good. Rebound, Day.
That's a horrible shot. I'm going to be quite frank with you, and there's no bigger fan of Tim Gears than me.
Oh, Day saw Montague out of the corner of his eye last second, and the pass a little bit too high. It'll go out of bounds. Hawks will have it when we come back. We've got a good one going. As St. Anselm leads 24-22. 5:53 to go in the first half. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
At Southern New Hampshire University, student success is success worth celebrating. That's why we personally delivered diplomas to online students who couldn't attend graduation. Find your online program today at snhu.edu.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours. the home of Division II college sports.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
It's on us!
Southern Hampshire, Bob, shooting below 35%, yet only down 2. I think that bodes very well for them. They've out-rebounded the Hawks 18-14. Penmen getting a good first half thus far from Eamon Joyce. He's got 9 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Nice to see his continued growth and development. Been on full display during our first 15 minutes or so.
First breather for Day Andrews as he's on the bench off the timeout. Gears, again guarded by Semino. And they go inside, ball, cuts, no, rebound is Montague's for the Penmen. Down 2, Penmen with the ball.
I know they missed, but that's better action offensively. You got Gears on a dribble drive, hit a cutting Cody ball, and that's a high percentage shot, just spun out, unfortunately, for the senior ball.
Remo back into the game. Charlie Russo, Montague, Semino, Fernandez. Montague inside, good. Tie game.
Good little duck in, late post-up action. That's an NBA type set where you send a guy in there. He got Gears on a switch, and he just finished right over him, did Montague.
Tied at 24. The other way, this is Sir Yessen back into the game scores.
I'm just physically better than you right now, and I'm going to go right to the rim, and you can't stop me.
Sir Yessen, 6'7", sophomore from Denmark. Fernandez comes back to Russo. Thought about shooting over Gears, changed his mind. Bounce pass down low for Montague. He's a long way out. Try to fight his way in. Oh, he tried to get it all the way to the corner to Remo, tipped out of bounds by Ball.
That's a tough matchup for the freshman Tension. He's a big body at 6'5", but Montague is a couple inches or so on him, and he's a much better athlete at this point in his career.
Rio into Fernandez, 9 on the clock. Montague back to the basket with 6. Montague, right side, Remo for 3. It's short. Gears with a rebound, 4.5 to go in the half. Hawks by 2, 26-24. Gears gives it behind for Belli. Now Ball for 3, and that's no good. Tipped around, rebound pulled down by the Hawks, and put back in by Tension.
Tension right spot, right time. They're just sort of hanging around as Ball continues to struggle from the field 0 for 3 here in the first half, but good work on the offensive glass. They're cleaning that up.
28-24. Semino. Remo inside. Montague double teamed. He'll kick it back out. Russo feeds Remo. Found himself free inside. Took the pass and hits.
Good recognition there by Charlie. I think he knew he had Remo the entire time there. Just tried to shorten the passing angle. It's a smart play by the senior.
Other way. Tension on the drive. No. He goes down, so the Penmen have numbers. 5-on-4. Fernandez all the way in. No good.
Missed opportunity there to tie the game up. Unfortunately, Fernandez, I like his attacking nature, but not bad transition defense there by the Hawks.
Tension, left side, Belli. No good there. Montague with a rebound. 3:18 to go.
It's like 1 or 2 passes and shot for this group, and that's been a hallmark for them for a long time. But I think when you have so many skilled offensive players, if they work deep into a possession, they're going to get whatever they want on offense.
Penmen down 2 with the ball. Russo feeds inside. Montague with a right hand, no, off the front of the rim. It's Hawk ball.
That was a little bit of a tired shot there by Montague. He left that well short.
Tension working against Semino. Up top is Gears, rattles out, and it's SNHU ball.
Shot clock not needed here tonight, partner.
Fernandez comes back to Remo. Semino, 2:35 left. Semino with a fall away from 16, no good. And a Remo foul in the rebounding action will bring us to the timeout with 2:31 to go in the first half. Only the 3rd foul on SNHU. With a score, St. Anselm 28, Southern New Hampshire 26. More Penmen basketball coming up after this on AM 610 WGIR.
Southern New Hampshire University proved itself different as soon as I got that first phone call.
It's full of people who
who care about you. You're not just another number.
And they always make you feel that you're a part of a family.
There's a personal relationship you actually develop with your advisors.
The professors see your potential and really want to move you forward.
It really feels like they take a genuine interest.
They're here for you so you can succeed.
I feel that I can conquer the world because they have my back.
Find your online program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
It's on us!
You missed it earlier. St. Anselm won the women's game tonight, 74-63 over Southern New Hampshire. Shannon Ryan, 25 points to lead the Hawks. Kylie Lorenzen, 20 for the Penmen.
I thought Ryan was absolutely outstanding. Talked during the break, Bob. Sort of a choppy first half both ways. These teams usually get into the 80s or 90s. Here we have just 2.5 minutes left. It's 28-26. Penmen shooting 34%. Hawks 41%, but neither team has shot it all that well. The Hawks just 2 of 11 from beyond the arc, and they are a very good three-point shooting team, coming in at better than 40% as a unit on the year.
All right, Hawks will bring it up uncontested, leading by 2. And they'll come up top with it. This is Chris Paul. Gears will come back around, get the basketball to Sir Yessen, shoots and scores. Joyce had good defense.
That's a tough shot, and that's one I can live with. I mean, well contested. You're right. Joyce played it well, and Sir Yessen with a tough elbow extended jumper with a hand on his face.
Second field goal for the Dane. It's 30-26. Penmen down 4. Day back into the game. Fall away jumper. Oh, spun out for him.
He's had a rough go of it this first half as Andrews, unfortunately, 0 for 4 from the field. It's 1 point on that free throw.
Sir Yessen had the rebound. Gears, right side. Sir Yessen tries to feed into Paul, but it hit the foot of Joyce. 20 on the shot clock, and the Hawks will inbound right at the Southern New Hampshire bench.
I think this first half, the way St. Anselm has played, is a bit of a missed opportunity for the Penmen.
Ball with the
he's been way off.
Catch of the pass from Gears.
He's played well in this gym in his past, too. He was actually the tournament MVP the year they won the NE10 title. He was outstanding in their championship game.
He's also 0 for 4.
Yeah.
Day back out. Quentin Bullen's back into the ball game for the Penmen with Semino back on the bench. Day into the corner. 4. Bullen stolen away. Ball long, leave ahead, and Gears finishes.
That's an unbelievable play by Cody Ball. Get the steal, and you just throw it ahead. Worst case scenario, it's going to be the Penmen ball with the shot clock winding down. That's a really good defensive play there by Ball, and finding Gears for the 2.
Hawks by 6, a minute to go in the first half.
Penmen have gone cold a little bit. They need a couple of baskets to close this half.
Joyce, spin move in the lane, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Tension.
A lot of contact there as Joyce spun to the rim.
Gears gives to Tension. Left side is Paul. And they're going to call an offensive foul. He backed into Day. And Chris Paul will be whistled for his first 4th team foul.
It's a good play by Day defensively.
30-second timeout will be used by Jack Perry here. Penmen with 40.3 to play in the first half with the basketball down 6, 32-26. The big Queen City rivalry. Another addition here. Keith Dixon's been around for
how does this work?
70 of them?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
31 years, right?
33
years. Sorry, Coach. 620 wins. 34th all-time in NCAA Division II history. He's a legend. And he's a great person as well. How does the points that are awarded between this rivalry, how does it break down with the teams playing twice during the year?
It would be they both count.
So you get the same amount? It's not like a... You have to win.
So if you split, it's 1 and 1.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That seems to make sense. I guess I overcomplicated that matter.
Yeah. And the sports where they only play once, then it's doubled.
So those were 2.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. I like that Queen City Cup.
It's a lot of fun. Day gives to Joyce. Looks inside for Montague. Joyce coming inside and will, it rattled out. Rebounded, he had it, and then it was taken down by St. Anselm. They're going to call ball for a travel there and a collision with Bullen.
Keith Dixon contending he didn't even have possession of the ball. I don't disagree, but it was a sloppy sequence all the way around there, and unfortunately, Joyce gets to the rim and can't quite finish. The Hawks are doing a nice job collapsing on him.
20 seconds, shot clock off.
It's half as much lower scoring than either of us anticipated.
For sure. With 12 to go, Penmen down 6. Day has it right side, working against Gears up here at the top. Down to 6 seconds. Day comes into the lane with a right hand, and he cannot finish it, rattled out. And so it'll be 32-26 at the half. Well, that was a tough.
It's a heck of a move.
Tough miss for Day Andrews, who really had a terrific finish there.
Sort of encapsulated his first half. Unfortunately, a lot of good opportunities, just couldn't quite finish it. That was, that's one of those that Jack Perry coming off gives him a high five and says, "Hey, no worries, man. I live with that every time. It's a great move. He just didn't make the layup."
4th ranked and undefeated St. Anselm with a 6-point lead on the road over Southern New Hampshire at 32-26. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Welcome to the Tap House.
Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
We are NCAA Division II student athletes, faculty members, and athletics administrators made up of 24 conferences and 300 institutions.
Over 110,000 Division II student athletes.
Together we stand and take the pledge to be more than a bystander, to get a friend home safe.
It's our responsibility to step in, stand up, to do something, to say anything, to hold our friends accountable, to stop sexual assault in any way we can.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
So let's be part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
It's on us!
This is your year to start something new, to transform your life and the lives of those around you, to earn a degree that gets you noticed by employers and won't break the bank. This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We are challenging every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable, because
it's on us!
When you walk into a running store and take a look at the sprawling shoe wall, you may have trouble finding the right shoe for you. This is where we come in. At Runner's Alley, our right fit process makes selecting a shoe easy, painless, and fun. We start with a visual gait analysis, and then we learn all about you. We'll educate you about your foot structure, what we see when we watch you walk and run, and choose a shoe as a starting point to get you moving. At Runner's Alley, we're here for you every step of the way.
under the lights, or under the sun, the center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
This year is going to be different.
I will break the mold.
This year, I will go back to school.
Work in a field I'm passionate about.
And get the promotion I deserve.
This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing healthcare to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living. We work with and support numerous organizations in New Hampshire to build healthy communities. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, creating a healthier future for New Hampshire.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
At Southern New Hampshire University, student success is success worth celebrating. That's why we personally delivered diplomas to online students who couldn't attend graduation. Find your online program today at snhu.edu.
From court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
It's on us!
Southern New Hampshire University proved itself different as soon as I got that first phone call.
It's full of people who care about you. You're not just another number.
And they always make you feel that you're a part of a family.
There's a personal relationship you actually develop with your advisors.
The professors see your potential and really want to move you forward.
It really feels like they take a genuine interest.
They're here for you so you can succeed.
I feel that I can conquer the world because they have my back.
Find your online program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
It's on us!
Welcome to the Tap House.
Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
We are NCAA Division II student athletes, faculty members, and athletics administrators made up of 24 conferences and 300 institutions.
Over 110,000 Division II student athletes.
Together we stand and take the pledge to be more than a bystander, to get a friend home safe.
It's our responsibility to step in, stand up, to do something, to say anything, to hold our friends accountable, to stop sexual assault in any way we can.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
So let's be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
It's on us!
This is your year to start something new, to transform your life and the lives of those around you, to earn a degree that gets you noticed by employers and won't break the bank. This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Take the pledge at itsonus.org and be a part of the solution.
We are challenging every Division II campus to take the pledge, to make a statement, and to make sexual assault unacceptable because
it's on us!
When you walk into a running store and take a look at the sprawling shoe wall, you may have trouble finding the right shoe for you. This is where we come in. At Runner's Alley, our right fit process makes selecting a shoe easy, painless, and fun. We start with a visual gait analysis, and then we learn all about you. We'll educate you about your foot structure, what we see when we watch you walk and run, and choose a shoe as a starting point to get you moving. At Runner's Alley, we're here for you every step of the way.
Been a lot of buzz with the Genius switch over this year.
And so that's where it shows there. Still 14 seconds left in the half.
That's weird. Let's see what's going on in that game. Bentley, huh?
You can follow Penmen basketball throughout the season right here on AM 610 WGIR. Jacob will be back alongside next Wednesday with Bentley here.
Yeah, I missed you, partner. How was your holiday?
I had a nice holiday. It was quick.
Good.
But
short turnaround to the hockey tournament. Things going on here, right?
Sure.
Yep.
All right, Sean Montague and Day Andrews, Rio Cimino, Eamon Joyce, Charlie Russo for the Penmen. The 5 for St. Anselm, Cody Ball, Danny Evans, Tim Gears, Chris Paul, Gustav Surjesen. Penmen ball, down 6, Day to the hole, nope. Boy, tough miss right at the end of the half, and another one that probably would have gone for him most nights.
Yeah, he got another great look at it, didn't he? Just one of those nights where it seems like there's a cap on that rim.
Other way, Gustav Surjesen hits, and he has 6.
That's a big-time move. Yeah, that was really impressive. Crossover, and saw the double team coming right at him and still found a way to finish through him with the left hand.
This is the biggest lead for either team in the game right now, 34-26. Hawks are up 8.
Charlie's got to be shot ready in that kick out.
Inside Montague. He's going to try to back his way in. No, he's out to Cimino. He's open for 3, and he gets it.
That's a big shot. Rio struggled from the field in the first half. I thought he got a lot of good looks, and quite frankly, a lot of his shots just spun right out of the rim at times. So that's a big shot. See, that gets him going.
Cimino, a couple of threes. He'd been 0 for 13 on the year coming in from three-point range.
Done a nice job defensively against Gears as well, to his credit. Tim's got a lot of points, but Rio's made him earn a lot of them.
Paul goes up top, comes to Gears, 9 on the clock, back low, Evans to the hole, no, rebound Montague.
Good, strong rebound there. Montague, 1 white shirt against 2 blue jerseys.
He has 7 rebounds to lead the Penmen. And SNHU down 5 with the ball at 18:34 to go in the second half.
And much like the start of the first half, Penmen being very patient offensive on the offensive side, Bob.
Day-Days just held the ball out in the Penmen logo, 10 on the clock.
It's almost like they had a 20-point lead, isn't it?
Montague thinking about going in, instead up to Russo, and fires the 3, and that's exactly what you were just talking about.
That's a perfect job. And Montague doing a very good job of backing out and being very patient and recognizing, Bob, where the double team is coming from. He's literally reading which defender is coming at him and which person that guy is covering for the Penmen.
Surjesen answers for 3. Joyce got out on him a little late.
Boy, oh boy. That just speaks to their weaponry. I mean, right, Ball's got nothing going. And Surjesen, who's probably their 4th or 5th option offensively, is carrying them here in the second half.
Penmen had cut it to 2, right back to 5. Montague for 2 the other way.
Well, and we talked about this. They need Montague to play at this level. He's been outstanding over the first 2.5 minutes of this half.
37-34, Hawks by 3. Gears gives for Paul on the drive with the left hand. No. Good defense by Montague. Rebound Day.
A lot of contact.
Day into the lane. Tries a scoop and blocked by Gears out of bounds. Penmen ball.
It's all right. I can live with that. Gears and Day, who've had a number of battles over the years exchanging pleasantries there, and those two are pretty fierce competitors.
Cimino goes to Montague, and a hook is good, and the Penmen are within 1.
This is a good start to the second half. A lot of energy, and Montague has been the leader for Southern New Hampshire out of the break.
37-36, excuse me. Now the other way is Gears. Took Cimino to the free throw line, and a bounce pass finds a cutting Danny Evans for a hoop.
And that's the stuff they were not doing in the first half. That's the extra pass that can get them whatever they want offensively. Gears would have shot that in the first half. That forced elbow jumper instead waits for cutting Evans for an easy 2.
Day for Joyce, and good. Surjesen went for the steal, didn't get it. Joyce able to finish.
Really good job by Joyce there. Coming away with a loose ball first of all and then finishing.
Now the other way, Evans went left, came back right. A little scoop is good and a foul. Wow.
This is the type of game we thought we were going to see in the first half. Up and down and haymakers being traded both ways. Just high-level offenses clicking on all cylinders right now.
Foul on Day Andrews. His second free throw for Danny Evans gives him 7, already 5 and a half.
Yeah, just
Hawks
like
lead 42-38.
A couple quick baskets for the main transfer and see if that gets him going. Penmen, again, though, good start to the half.
Andrews with a right hand right over Gears, and it fell through.
That might have been his toughest shot of the night. It's the first field
so.
goal he gets to go down, right?
42-40. Gears with the left hand the other way. There's contact, I think, before the shot.
Yeah.
Must be.
Oh, armbar action.
Rio Semino with his first personal, second team foul on the Penmen. 16:07 to play second half. Hawks 42, Penmen 40.
These teams could play 25 times a year, and I'd be okay with it. I just love watching this battle.
Inbounds play, Gears into the corner for a ball. His first field goal of the game. Nope, does not come there. But a long rebound out to Gears, and then he lost it. Tried to flip it over on the sideline. There was nobody there.
But again, extra pass leads to an open three.
Timeout with 15:57 to play in the second half. And we've got a good one here. As unbeaten in fourth-ranked St. Anselm's lead is 2. It's the Hawks 42, the Penmen 40, and this is SNHU basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, the center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub. With live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
This year is going to be different.
I will break the mold.
This year, I will go back to school.
Work in a field I'm passionate about.
And get the promotion I deserve.
This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Four guys in doubles.
So in the first half, Jacob, we had 58 total points in 20 minutes. In the second half, we've already had 24 points in 4 minutes.
I wrote down the same thing. Southern Hampshire 26 in the first 20, 14 in the first 4 of the second minutes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
42-40. 15:57 to go. Penmen ball down 2. Day, Russo, Montague, Joyce, Semino. Charlie on the right side. Bounce pass low for Montague. And had it stripped out of his hands. I think it was Sir Yessen who comes away with the ball, tries to go coast to coast. It'll get to the line. Fouled at the end of the play.
And now you're starting to see St. Anselm get going offensively. And like I said during the break, I think Keith Dixon told them, listen, if you don't share the ball, you're not going to play. And we've seen them be much better about making the extra pass to get a better look. And that's what's going to separate this team this year.
First for Gustav, gets him to double figures, joins Gears in double figures. Sir Yessen, 13.8 per game, has made the first free throw, second one good, and it's 44-40 St. Anselm.
He's got a really nice touch, really nice stroke. You could tell he's got that sort of European game, but he's much stronger. He's not afraid of contact, but he's got that sort of skill set, ability to make shots, and really well developed in terms of his offensive skill set at this point in his career.
Russo loaded, Day, long past the corner. Joyce finds Semino. That three-pointer's no good, and it's out of bounds to the Hawks. Well, they got it to the open guy, but they've left Rio open there, I think, for a reason.
Yeah, and not a bad look, and you're on a fine line with Rio. Like, you don't want him not to be confident to shoot that shot. That's being said, you'd probably like him to make an extra pass there and work a little bit more into the possession.
Tim Gears to the free throw line. Jumper no good. Semino with a rebound. Day breaks out. It's a 3-on-3. Day coming in hard right side, no. And I think we've got Tim Gears with a foul. It'll be his first on the Hawks in the half.
And it's a little bit frustrating for the guys on the court because we talked about how they really let them play in the first half. And in the second half, they've called it much tighter. We saw a little bit of a tight one on Joyce. The previous possession as Sir Yessen went the length of the floor, and that one on Gears, there was not a lot of contact there. So the guys are going to have to adjust as the officials start to call things a little tighter here in the second half.
Day went to the line 25 times in the win over Post on Sunday.
Staggering total.
He has been to the line 3 times tonight, has only made 1.
And he's gotten much better in this aspect of his game. When he came on campus, he was not a great free throw shooter. He's worked and gotten much better at the line.
Senior from Queens, up with a second. It's good. He has 4, and the lead is 3 for the Hawks at 44-41. Under 15 to go. Evans reverses behind the back to Suryesin. Comes back over on the left side. Evans back to Gears. Went right, went left. Finally a no-look pass down low. And a finish for Chris Paul, and he'll get to the line.
I would love to know St. Anselm's shooting percentage when they get 5 or more passes in the possession as they did right there. I mean, that was textbook. They got a full reversal of the ball. They got Gears on a dribble penetration, and then they got Paul sliding into the basket. It's nearly impossible to defend.
Foul goes on Sean Montague. The free throw's no good. It's already 4 fouls, though, on the Penmen, and Penmen going for the rebound will get it when the ball hit off of a Hawk player.
Montague was very lucky there. He punched it back in bounds underneath his basket. If Suryesin was able to scoop that up, he would have had an easy 2.
46-41. The Hawks have led by as many as 8. That was right at the beginning of this half. Halftime score was 32-26 St. Anselm. Andrews looks inside. Montague squares, finishes. He'll go to the line.
This is becoming a really fun individual battle to watch between 2 of the elite athletes in this conference. Sean Montague and Chris Paul are really going at one another. Paul really riding Montague there, and great catch and finish there by Sean.
For substitution for Jack Perry in the second half will be Remo Simonkevicius in for Eamon Joyce.
I really like watching Sean Montague play. He's really a lot of fun to watch. He's really, really good player, and what a find and what a job by Jack Perry and his staff to bring him here to campus.
Missed the free throw. We stay 46-43 Hawks. Gears in front of his own bench, and we're going to get a foul on Rio.
This is a different half. And that's now 16 fouls against the Penmen. We're not yet 6 minutes into this half. So the rest of the way, it's a 5th team foul. I apologize. I said 6th, 5th. Hawks, not surprisingly, do everything well as a group under 77, just under 77% on the year.
Gears into Paul, and he traveled with it. He was looking for the contact with Montague, who took a step away from him and caused the turnover.
Yep. It's a smart veteran play there by Montague.
Transfer in from Sacred Heart.
His mom's in the building, I saw.
14-10 to go. Second half. Penmen down 3. Day. Trying to get a help there from Remo. Takes it inside and is stuffed.
Well,
blocked there. Could 2 guys block it?
Yeah, he was recognized. He had a quickness matchup against Suryesin, but the help came and he just sort of swallowed up there on his penetration.
Gears the other way, off the mark, falls off into the hands of Montague. Penmen will run out. They have a man advantage, but Russo will pull out. Charlie will give it back to Day. 13:40 to go, second half. Penmen down 3 at 46-43. Day, they call out the play. Day to the free throw line. Left side is Cimino. Back to Andrews. And a 3-point try, no good. Rebound Montague.
Oh.
And then he lost, they're going to say, off the Hawks.
Say a foul, I think, on Evans underneath. And that's...
I don't know about that.
It's an NBA-type call where if he doesn't lose the ball, there's no way there's a foul call. But since they lost the ball, you say, all right, there had to be a whistle call, and that's a tough one against Evans. Big one, too, because it's his 3rd.
Right side, Montague working against Paul. And he'll stop, pop, and bury it. And this is a good second half going for Sean Montague.
If he's going to make that, he is unguardable. That is a really nice step-back jumper. Saw how Paul was defending him. Just stepped back and buried that 16-footer on the end line.
Hawks by 1 with the ball. Paul on the baseline. Rattles out. Hawks.
And now Paul sensing he has to match Montague point for point here, which could bode well for the Penmen.
All right, here's Andrews. Penmen can take the lead. Cimino in the corner. 12:45 to go. Montague comes back to Russo.
And you could tell that Jack Perry does not want his group getting into a track meet with this Hawks team.
Remo gives it to Cimino. Montague into the air. Oh, it rattled out on him. It looked good. Right on target.
Halfway down.
Evans the other way for the Hawks, who lead by 1. 12:23. Gears, spin move in the lane, and a foul on Semino. He did get a lot of ball. 3 second-half fouls on Ryogo Semino will put Tim Gears to the line. And now that's 6 fouls on the Penmen, which means the Hawks will shoot from the line the rest of the night.
And Semino is probably going to have to come out with that third personal foul. Kevin Fernandez waiting at the table.
First is good for Tim Gears. His first point of the second half, he has 15.
Now see, Rio's done a really nice job against Gears. Now Tim's played well. He's had a nice night. He's got 15 points to lead all scorers. But Rio's really made him earn those points. See if Gears can get on track now, depending on who's the matchup is. If Fernandez is guarding him, that's a very tough cover for the freshman. And they might go with Russo, I would guess, as Rio's on the bench. We'll see.
48-45 with 2 made free throws. Montague the other way, finishes with a left hand.
That's absurdly good. That's really tough to stop. The only way you can stop that is if you have somebody who wants to stand in there and take a charge. In that situation, there was nobody in the blue jersey that wanted any part of that freight train coming downhill.
48-47. Here's the other way, a finish with a right hand for Chris Paul. He has a dozen.
Here we go, back and forth, right?
50-47. Montague hits one end. Paul hits the other end.
And Keith Dixon said something to Paul going down the court there. I don't know what it was, but he nodded over at his coach.
Fernandez working against Ball. Day against Gears. They come out and switch out in the zone. Montague to Russo, and he took an elbow from Cody Ball. Just got there late, and there's some contact, and certainly not intentional.
Charlie went down awkwardly, sort of fell on his hip, sort of trying to walk it off.
Timeout. He'll get the media timeout, a chance to get himself together. With 11:25 to go, we've got a great one going here at the SNHU Fieldhouse, the Stan Spirou Fieldhouse. It's the Hawks 50, the Penmen 47. 11:25 to play. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield has worked to keep the people of New Hampshire healthy for 75 years. Healthcare has changed dramatically over the years, but one thing is not, and that is our commitment to you and your family. We're a company made up of your friends and neighbors. We work each day to continue our tradition of providing healthcare to the 300,000 members we serve. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield focuses on wellness and healthy living. We work with and support numerous organizations in New Hampshire to build healthy communities. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, creating a healthier future for New Hampshire.
The center of Division II sports is inside the NCAA.com hub, with live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
At Southern New Hampshire University, student success is success worth celebrating. That's why we personally delivered diplomas to online students who couldn't attend graduation. Find your online program today at snhu.edu.
As you might expect for the Queen City rivalry game, a nearly full field house here tonight. St. Anselm leading the men's game 50-47 over SNHU. 11:25 to go. Hawks come in undefeated, 4-0. Penmen are 4-2.
Tale of two halves for the Penmen from the field. But Bob shot just under 30% in the first half. So far in the second half, 9 of 15 from the field, including that 2 of 4 from beyond the arc.
Montague, another jumper, goes down for Sean Montague. He has a dozen in the second half, and it's a one-point game again, 50-49. Miles tension back into the game for the Hawks.
We talked that he had to play better. He's been awesome in the second half.
Gears got a screen and launches a three. No good. Joyce with a rebound. And again, the Penmen with a chance to move in front.
You're going to hear me say this a lot this year. At some point, you got to get over that mountain. You got to go back on top. You can't keep chasing. You can't keep chasing it.
Fernandez pass on the wing. Tipped and stolen, and Gears goes in and scores. Cody Ball was the one who forced the turnover, and Gears is 18, and the Hawks lead by 3.
To Ball's credit, he has not let his shooting woes impact his effort on the defensive side.
Joyce out of the corner for the tie is no good, and Ball with a rebound.
A couple empty trips here. A chance down by 1. They got the ball back. They have the turnover. It leads to an easy 2, and now you have a three-pointer rattle out here.
Fall away is no good for Paul, and Andrews has the rebound for the Penmen, his 8th. Just 1 of 10 shooting in the game. Andrews to the hole, will be fouled on the floor on the drive to the basket.
Yeah, it came well before the basket went down. It's tough. I know Cody Ball's having a tough shooting night, just 0-5 from the field. But I don't know how a player of his stature and his talent can have just 5 field goal attempts nearly 30 minutes into this game. I mean, that to me is really staggering.
Fernandez out. Cimino back in. Joyce for 3, no good.
Couple of good looks there for Joyce, and he had one rattle out, and that one just hits the front of the rim and goes up and touches the stanchion that holds the basket in place. Too bad. That was a really well diagrammed, a well executed play by the Penmen out of that dead ball situation.
Lacey for Joyce. Raymond wasn't out there very long.
And Jack Perry, I think, just told him, I'm not taking you out because you missed.
Nearly a steal there for Lacey, who just came in. They move on the left side for Gears, and a block on Cimino.
Well, he played that well. That's his 4th, too, partner.
And it's going to put the Hawks in the line, and all 4 fouls in the second half on Cimino.
It's too bad. That was a really, really good defensive slide. Unfortunately, they ruled a little bit of contact apparently on the reach in there because I didn't think he got him with the body.
Gears, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. So it'll be John Martin who will come into the ball game for Rio Cimino.
Huh. Martin did not play in their win on Sunday over Post, so this is a big spot for John, who's played well in situations this year.
Gears gets to 20. His 2 free throws give the Hawks a 54-49 lead. And we're now into the second half of the second half.
It's an interesting group on the floor right now for Jack Perry.
Montague and Russo, Martin, Day, and Lacey. Probably a 5 that has not spent time together on the floor.
I would assume not.
Montague at a drive, and it's blocked inside by Ball. Gears quickly the other way. Gears wants it, and as it's stripped away by Day, it's going to try to go coast to coast on Ball, and he got it.
That's a really big turn of events. Because if the Hawks get a basket, it makes it 56-49. Maybe a 3 makes it 57, makes it back to 8. Day, the strip and the steal. Just like that, it's a 1-score game.
9:13 to go, 54-51. Paul on the drive with the left hand. Good.
He forces a ton of action, but he gets a lot of stuff to go. So I guess you live with it. But, man, he really has a scorer's mentality this season. We saw him be in a much more complimentary sort of fly-in type role last year. But this year, he's going to get a lot of opportunities, obviously.
Andrews trying to get it to Montague, and Paul stole it, and then a reach-in foul on Montague.
Keith Dixon asking for an intentional situation. Good foul. We talked about the Hawks at the free throw line, but Chris Paul gets a transition opportunity. It's going to be a dunk. It's going to be an easy 2 points.
And that's foul number 8, so it's another 1-and-1. Montague will go out. Eamon Joyce will come in. Chris Paul will go to the line. Missed his only previous opportunity of the line of the game. He's a 79% free throw shooter coming in, and he hits the first. His 15.
Obligatory time to tell you that his father was the season 1 winner of The Voice, the wildly popular NBC hit show. Jermaine Paul, his father, a singer.
58-51. We'll have to get him here to sing a national
anthem.
Right? Day the other way. On the drive, working inside, back out. Lacey in and out with a 3-pointer.
Boy, you see Jack Perry put his hands over his head. You've had 2 or 3 3-pointers, Bob, that were halfway down. A pair by Joyce and that one from Lacey missed by inches, if that. That was just hit out of the back of the iron.
Sir Yesin comes up top for Ball. Free throw line, spins it in. What a pass. Got it to Chris Paul, and the Hawks have run out to a 9-point lead. 60-51. The lead is the largest of the night, and will force Coach Perry into a timeout for SNHU. We'll take the break with 8:07 to play. It's now St. Anselm 60, Southern New Hampshire 51. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub. With exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours. The home of Division II college sports.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Here are a few tips that can help. Talk to your friends honestly and openly about sexual assault.
Don't be a bystander. If you see something, intervene in any way you can.
Be direct. Ask someone who looks like they may need help if they're okay.
It's on us!
.807 to play second half. St. Anselm 60, Southern New Hampshire 51. A quick 6 for the Hawks, and the Penmen have been trying to get over the hump. Had a couple of opportunities, but they haven't been able to do that. Merrimack's going to win at Stonehill tonight.
Yeah, that's a nice win for them. That game just went final, I think. And I'll say this, Keith Dixon could sense the importance of this stretch right now. After that last basket by Ball, when he's setting up Chris Paul, he immediately hopped off the bench and said, come on, let's go right now, which as Keith has gotten up there, he's become much more calm and much more, I'll say, silent, quieter over there on the bench. During his earlier time, he was more fiery on the sideline, but letting it come to him now. But he has sensed the importance of this stretch for his group.
Weaving around, Day for 3, left side,
another
around
one.
And out, and another one goes out.
That's four threes. And I'm not saying you're going to make all of them.
And ball was going out of bounds here, and what do we got, a Penmen timeout?
I think the last was a Penmen timeout. This is the media stoppage under the 8-minute mark, my guess would be.
All right, so let's take another quick break. 7:52 to go, and it's still the Hawks by 9. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
Southern New Hampshire University proved itself different as soon as I got that first phone call. It's full of people who care about you. You're not just another number.
And they always make you feel that you're a part of a family.
There's a personal relationship you actually develop with your advisors.
The professors see your potential and really want to move you forward.
It really feels like they take a genuine interest.
They're here for you so you can succeed.
I feel that I can conquer the world because they have my back.
Find your online program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Welcome to the Tap House.
Penmen are going to need to rally. They trail St. Anselm 60, Southern New Hampshire 51. It is Penmen ball here as we go past the under 8 timeout. Inbounds pass, and Russo did not catch the pass from Day, and it goes right over to the Hawks.
That's a killer. You're down by 9. You're chasing this one a little bit right now, and especially over the last couple of minutes, things have not gone your way. And just a sloppy pass comes in, and Russo cutting to the inside, and Day thinking he's going to the arc, and really unforced turnover there by the Penmen.
And here's the Hawk 5 right now. Gears in the lane with a left hand against Rio. Semino, no. Ball for 3. That's no good. Rebound, Day Andrews. So it's Ball, Evans, Gears, Paul, and Sir Yessen. Montague misses on the Penmen side, and the Hawks come right back with it, still leading by 9. They go inside, try to get it to Paul, tipped away, stolen by the Penmen. Montague with a save of a loose ball at midcourt, and then a foul on the Hawks.
7 straight misses now from the Penmen from the field, and nice move there by Gustav Sir Yessen happening off the ball. He sort of collided with Russo in the backcourt. Just they were both hustling for that loose ball. Didn't need to, and went out of his way and made sure Charlie was okay. A class move there, but by the Danish product.
They called the foul on Tim Gears. It'll be his second. 6 now on St. Anselm. So we're going to be shooting here for a while in the second half. Cimino into Day. Back to Montague. Penmen need a hoop. Even a 3 would be all right.
Anything would be okay. They missed 7 in a row.
Left side Joyce. Montague bottled up inside by Ball. They get him the ball. Has to kick it back to Andrews. He'll launch a 3, and that's no good. Rebound, St. Anselm. Evans. Bounce pass down low. Tried to force it and stolen by Andrews, who comes down the court with a ball, wants to finish, and knocked it off of the hip of Sir Yessen.
I'll say this. St. Anselm could have taken an absolute stranglehold in this game, Bob. They've had 3 consecutive possessions where they've turned it over.
Inbounds play, Cimino. Feeds Montague, short with the right hand. And a rebound for the Hawks.
He didn't realize he was as far away as he was when he caught that one. He thought he was much closer to the rim.
Ball up top. Comes back to Gears, back to Cody. Left side, Sir Yessen goes by Joyce and slams it.
He's played really well. He's got 13 points, but man, he's had big baskets. He's had really limited opportunities. He's now 5 of 6 from the field.
An 8-0 run at a big time for the Hawks. They lead 62-51. Russo over to Day. The corner is Cimino. Andrews looking for Russo. A 3-pointer. Got it in a foul. Okay, don't go anywhere yet. Russo has 11. Russo has 3 threes. Rio Cimino has 2. That's the 5 tonight for the Penmen.
Again, I said this at the Open. I think Charlie is so skilled offensively. He's got to find a way to get more shots. And he doesn't force any sort of action whatsoever. That's about as much of a forced shot as you'll see from him. They needed those points. He gets a 4-point play out of it to make the deficit cut down to 7. And now the Penmen, for the first time, a little full-court pressure here. See if they can generate another turnover.
It's 4 for 7 in the game. 62-55. Penmen really do need a stop with 5:48 to go. Paul into the lane with the left hand. No good. Rebound, Andrews. Day comes through midcourt. Looking to go all the way himself with the right hand. Yeah, a scoop shot is good.
What a tough angle there for Day. He finds unbelievable ways to score. He makes that a right-handed layup on the left side, floating to his left. That is nearly impossible.
62-57, a 5-point game. Evans drives the other way, kicks it back for Paul, goes inside on Montague, no good. Day got a hand on it, gets the ball in the corner. Down the right side of the court comes Andrews. Andrews all the way to the hole, good, and a foul! It's a 3-point game. My goodness.
That was spectacular. And you could sense once Day got his hands on that loose ball, there were 3 or 4 guys running down the opposite way. Rio Cimino and Charlie Russo were teeing up for the 3. You knew Day was going to attack the rim, and he found a way to get that to go. And just like that, the Penmen, within 3, Day makes the free throw. It becomes a 2-point game.
Timeout Hawks, 5:07 to play in the second half. St. Anselm, just a blink, was up 62-51. Now it's 62-59. Chance to make it 62-60 with a free throw.
And we talked about they being the Hawks, have not capitalized on situations. And as a result, now the Penmen get a little spurt going. And just like that, regardless, make or miss, this is a 1-score game. And Bob, 5:07 left. There's a ton of time. I mean, the Hawks have gotten some good looks. Paul's had a couple of point-blank opportunities, spin out, a couple of careless turnovers. And that's turned this game right around for the Penmen.
Again, both teams in the bonus. 8 fouls each way, so we have one more 1-and-1 each way. The Hawk 5, Ball, Evans, Gears, Paul, and Sir Yessen. The Penmen 5, Rimo Simonkevicius is back in. Russo, Day, Rio Cimino, and Sean Montague. You mentioned in the last break, crowd's been a little quiet. Well,
starting to get a little excited after this run.
You hope so, right?
Yeah.
Andrews to bring the Penmen within 2. And no good.
Penmen had a rough go of it from the free throw line tonight. Partners 3 for 7 as a team.
62-59, Hawks by 3. Sir Yessen takes the pass from Paul. Gears is 20 feet out. Comes to the free throw line. Running a little clock. Ball to Evans. Back to Ball.
Semino playing with those 4 fouls. He's done a good job, though, so far.
Sir Yesin trying to drive his way in and finishes. A lot of touches on that possession for the Hawks.
He's been awesome tonight. He really has. If he's not playing the way he is, I don't think St. Anselm's ahead at this point.
Penmen down 5. Day lost the ball, but able to recover. Gives it to Russo in the corner and a missed 3.
A little bit short. He pulled the trigger on that, Charlie, when he stays with his follow through. He's a much better shooter. You could see he sort of pulled that a little bit short.
Hawks by 5 with the ball. Paul, and they give it a ball. Gears for 3 over Semino, and that's good.
It's a big shot. Doesn't take a genius to tell you that, but just like that, out of the timeout, it's this 5-0 spurt for the Hawks, and the question is now, do the Penmen have enough left to make another run to get back in this one?
And it's going to be the Penmen coach, Jack Perry, will use a full timeout here with 4:09 to go.
I'll say this. I think Jack Perry and his staff have done an A-plus job tonight with their game plan and their scout and everything they've done against this Hawks team. I mean, to limit St. Anselm to 67 points over 36 minutes of court time, this is a team coming in averaging better than 90 per game. They have just, offensively, they've been out of sorts. Now, part of that, I think, is their own doing, and there's some of their selfish play, some of their selfish possessions, I should say, not selfish play. Some of their selfish possessions, when they share the ball, they're devastating. But I think Jack Perry taking the out of the ball, slowing the possession, limiting the number of possessions, especially early in each half, he's done a masterful job, and he's given his team a real chance. It's one of those what-if type games. If Day makes a couple more of these floaters, if 1 or 2 of these more three-pointers go down, Bob, this is a different game right now.
1 timeout remaining on the SNHU side. They are going to get the under 4 media as well. 23 for Tim Gears, 23.7 rebounds for St. A's, 18 for Chris Paul. And Gustav Suryesin, you talk about his game, 15 and 10 on 6 of 7 shooting.
Amazing. 7 shot attempts. He's really been, I really don't think that St. Anselm's ahead at this juncture if he doesn't play as well as he does.
Montague 16, Russo 12, Joyce 11, Andrews 10 for the Penmen. 4:09 left. Hawks by 8, 67-59. Penmen will bring it up uncontested with Day and Montague, and down low with Russo, Joyce, and Semino off the timeout.
Still a ton of time left. You don't have to panic yet. You got over 4 minutes, 8-point game. We just saw the Penmen score 8 points in the matter of about 60 seconds or so.
Day for Montague. Russo back to Day. Comes to the free throw line. Russo, Day, Joyce passed up a 3. In the corner, Semino, and a foul underneath on the Hawks.
Boy.
On Gears.
And St. Anselm over the limits. Let's go send the Penmen to the line. That's good news. I thought the Penmen had a really good set there, and I thought they passed up a lot of good looks. I thought Russo had a good look at 3. I thought Joyce had a good look at a 3. Now they're being extremely unselfish, trying to get a better look. But those are good opportunities, especially for Charlie on that right side after Day-Day's action. Knock that down, my friend.
So it'll be Eamon Joyce who gets the 1-and-1 here. Need free throws, and they don't get this one.
Oh, man.
Missing.
4 of 9 now, Bob.
Gears will bring it up, 3:50 to go. Hawks by 8. Gears to the trailer, Evans. Back to Gears. Suryesin. And now Evans on a drive right side for 2.
Right by Day. I'm not sure how much Day has left in the tank. I wonder, sometimes when I say that, he goes right by everybody and lays it up with the left hand. You wonder with free throws, sometimes it's a fatigue factor when you miss free throws, and good free throw shooters miss free throws. You wonder, the double overtime game against Post on Sunday, a lot of guys played a lot of minutes in that contest. Now they've had to work so hard at both ends of the floor in this one. You wonder how much these guys have left.
69-61, Suryesin on a drive to the hoop gets fouled. The crowd thought that might have been an offensive foul, but I think they got it right.
I thought that was the right call. I'm not sure what the frustration is from the fans, quite frankly. I think this is more a bubbling up of frustration that the Penmen are down by 8 with just over 3 minutes left.
Second foul on Joyce. Suryesin, 2 for 2 from the line, 15 points. No good. Hawks come in undefeated, number 4 in the nation.
The scary thing for teams that play St. Anselm, they're 4 of 16 from the field, and they're just over 3 minutes away from winning a game on the road against a very good team. So if they shoot it anywhere near their normal percentage.
So Yessen gets the second. It spun around and fell through. 70-61. Penmen down 9 with 3:09 to go.
Got to go a little quicker here now if you're the Penmen. You can't get deep into the shot clock.
Andrews down low to Montague. No, missed the easy one. Inside, and then an offensive foul on Montague in the rebounding action. Ooh, tough break there.
I don't know, quite frankly, Sean, very frustrated with himself. Good job by Russo. Come up and say, hey, no worries. I don't know why Sean in that situation didn't just jump up and dunk it. I think he sensed maybe there was going to be a shot block attempt, but he was so wide open. I don't think he ever realized how open he was. But I always believe if you're there and you're big enough and you're athletic enough, just go up and dunk the ball.
Gears makes the first.
I didn't think Gears was the guy that was fouled there for what it's worth, but I'm not going to stop the game to say anything. Gears wisely goes to the line. If nobody's going to stop him, he's going to go up and make 2 free throws.
25 for Gears. Double-digit lead matches the biggest of the night for the Hawks. 72-61. We go under 3. Andrews coming to the free throw line. In the corner, Semino for 3. No good. Short.
Yep.
And Joyce over the back. A foul.
That's a foul. Joyce is frustrated, but that was an easy call.
And we'll go shoot the other way.
Well, this is going to be a loss, barring something very weird happening here over the final 2+ minutes. I'm not, considering where these teams are right now in their respective sort of progression, I'm not disappointed in Southern New Hampshire's performance tonight. I'm disappointed with the outcome. But I think Southern New Hampshire showed a lot tonight. And I'll wonder what if they didn't play 15 minutes against Post on Sunday. That happened, whatever. You got to win against a non-league opponent. You took care of business there. You found a way. I thought they played well tonight. And unfortunately, I think the way they played tonight, Bob, beats probably 90% of the teams in the NE10. Unfortunately, the team they played, it doesn't get it done against.
1 of 2 for Sir Yessen, 73-61. Andrews on a drive inside, no. And the ball comes right back to the Hawks. We're headed to 5-0. Gustav Sir Yessen, right side for Gears. Gears working against Semino. Back out, Paul with a jumper, short. Semino gives to Russo. Penmen bring it the other way.
Got to score this trip. Have to score. You don't need a 3 yet, but you got to score. You got to go.
Joyce back to the basket. 17 on the clock. Joyce coming inside. No, but he'll get to the line. All double bonus now.
St. A's is will play 5 times in the month of December. Big one on Saturday at home against Merrimack. They'll then go to St. Michael's before hosting Bentley. Then at Bridgeport in a big non-league affair, they'll head to Franklin Pierce to cap off the month. And I'll tell you, their non-league schedule, they played Bloomfield and Jefferson, beat both of them already. Jefferson in overtime. They'll go to Bridgeport. Those are some heavy hitters around this region. So kudos to Keith Dixon and his staff. He has played everybody this year, and they are putting together a very solid resume. And I think there's a lot of folks that think the East Regional, when all is said and done, will be hosted by St. Anselm.
Eamon Joyce makes 2 free throws. Game is 73-63. 2 minutes to go. Penmen press. And Coach Perry will call a timeout. Yep.
Evans called the timeout as he was trapped on the far side.
2:02 left. Let's take a quick break. 73-63 Hawks. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.
It's on us, all of us, to make sexual assault unacceptable.
Anyone can be the victim. Everyone can be the solution. It's on us to stand up and not stand by.
Because when you're a victim of sexual assault, no one should stand alone.
It's on us!
All right, Hawks bring it up. Chris Paul off of the timeout. Give it back to Cody Ball. SNHU and St. Anselm, the Queen City rivalry game. We're under 2 minutes to go now. 1:45 left. 73-63 Hawks. They're going to use some clock here. Gears launches a three deep in the buzzer and knocked it down. And he is tough.
How good is that? Wow. That's a perfect possession for St. Anselm.
Yep.
He literally used the entire shot clock, and then Gears with a fadeaway three in front of his bench.
Give and go. Joyce off the pass from Day doesn't go. Gears has 28.
That's on Eamon right there. He went up and avoided contact. You see that a lot, and I get on guys all the time. He's just got to go up and try to dunk that ball and finish. Whatever happens, happens. You can't try to double clutch. You can't avoid the action.
Gears the other way. The right hand for 30. It's no good. Montague will bring it up. A minute to go. 76-63 in favor of St. Anselm. They responded when the Penmen made a charge at him here in the second half. Andrews tried to kick it through. Winds up in Ball's hands.
Nice win for St. Anselm on the road. Didn't play their best, found a way, a sign of a good team. And again, like I said earlier, I'm not disappointed. I'm disappointed with the outcome. I'm not disappointed in Southern New Hampshire's performance tonight.
First look at Danny Evans. He has 9 tonight.
He's going to get better as he gets acclimated and gets more familiar with his new teammates.
Goes left, comes in with a right hand. No. Montague, there's 19 seconds left. Montague back to Semino, and a three does not go. Long rebound Hawks. They can dribble it out. And St. A's will get to 5-0 on the season, that number 4 ranking. They came in very lofty in the early part of the season. It's 76-63, the final here tonight.
High-level game. Probably lower scoring than both of us anticipated. Neither team shot it at a particularly high clip. I think some of that speaks to the intensity of the rivalry. And St. Anselm's really good. Simple as that. And there's a reason they're 5-0. There's a reason they're ranked in the top 10 in the country. They're ranked in the top 5 in the country. It's the highest they've ever been ranked in their program's illustrious history. I thought Jack Perry and his staff did an outstanding job. I think to be the team this good, everybody's got to play well. And unfortunately tonight, everybody didn't play well, and that's the difference. So I'm okay, and I look forward to when these two teams get back together later in the month of February to cap off the regular season.
And we'll wrap things up from the field house after this. St. Anselm sweeps SNHU tonight. They win the women's game, and the men's final is 76-63 Hawks. This is Penmen basketball on AM 610 WGIR.